You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out. Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. Man, this dude 607 be having me weak, man. I ain't gonna cap. And he got to be stopped. I ain't gonna lie, because sometimes he be in over his head and doing too much. But too many times, and if you listen and use your third eye, you'll learn something. You feel me? But on this segment, he explains that, look, man, nobody slid for King Vine. And the reason he says this is he like, what was done and what they do call sliding really don't count, because he said, for one, they waited too long, so he don't respect it. Somebody else said this too, man. And second of all, he was like, man, they hit an innocent person. They hit somebody that ain't had nothing to do with it, man. Though he have a point there. And then he said, you can't slide for Vine because Vine was unalived by 12. And in that case, you would have to, you know what I'm saying, get at the 12 station. You know, I use that instead of police or cops, because it's, you know, the algorithm catches on this stuff. So just rock with me, right? And he said, with that being so, right, with 12 being responsible for Vine's passing, which was kind of in the paperwork. Now, what was in the paperwork, aside from what I'm saying, they said that it was a lot of, and that it was undetermined, right, which one was responsible for the unaliving of King Vine. What exact bullet, right, coming from what particular person? I believe that was the conclusion. I don't believe they concluded what bullet and who it came from was responsible for King Vine. I don't believe it even went that far, for real. I ain't gonna cap. But unfortunately, 607 Aunt says differently. But I'm just speaking, I'm just preparing. But 607 Aunt said, since 12 did it, you know, you can't get back unless you get back at the 12 station and you addressing them. And says that, man, Vine died because of acism, with an R at the beginning. Yeah, man. Basically saying that, you know, the police was most likely not our color that did it. So, you know, Vine died because of acism. It took me out, man. I died when Ankh said that, man. Hey, man, y'all gotta experience it too, so y'all can laugh along with me. So I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna come back and we gonna dialect and laugh together, right? I'm finna roll it. Right before I do, you gotta hit that like button, man. You can't be stingy, man, because the like button allows YouTube to recommend this video to more people, and more people can see it, not just you, not just a couple other people. Share this with anybody you can. You know, me personally, I appreciate it, and that's love for me personally. You know, on your YouTube, your Facebook, TikTok, wherever, whenever. Subscribe to the channel. You know, I would rather you do it now and get it out the way, because I know I deserve it. I feel like that. But if you want to see if I earn it and wait to the end, you can do that. You know, I just want you to keep your word And if you forget, I'll remind you at the end. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on any and everything I drop. I'm done speaking, man, because I didn't did too much. Go.
When everything went down with Little Dirk, a lot of people claimed it was peer pressure that made him have to go out there and slide for Vaughn. But in a recent interview the 6ix9ine did with Academics, he says that he is the reason because he made the hashtag slide for Vaughn and put that pressure on him.
Let me tell you this, right? You talk about Dirk every week. Dirk in jail ain't coming home. That's why mama, the peer pressure is real, but it came from everywhere. Slide for Vaughn was a national thing. Vaughn said, when I everybody gonna slide, and Vaughn lied. Nobody slid for Vaughn, right? They slid for Vaughn years later. That shit don't even count. If then they hit somebody that ain't got nothing to do with it, that shit don't even count. Nobody still ain't slid for Vaughn. Stop playing on me. You think somebody slid for Vaughn yet? Tim still walking around.
Well, that's
Tim
what, right?
And ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but Tim. Go to Tim's house. Stop playing on me. Ain't nobody slid for Vaughn. And Tim didn't even kill Vaughn. The police killed Vaughn. Stop playing on me. The bullet that killed came from the police, so tell Dirk to go kill the police station. Stop playing on me. Y'all go for all these tricks, gang. Ain't nobody kill Vaughn, the police killed Vaughn. So go get some get back. Let's do a man-to-man march on the police station then. Because that's who killed Vaughn. Shout out to Vaughn.
Why do you say the police killed Vaughn?
Look at the police report. It said that the bullet that killed came from the police officer. It didn't come from Tim's gun. The police killed Vaughn.
Oh, that's why Tim was able to get out.
Yeah, that's why Tim got out. The police killed Vaughn, but they want to act like it's gangster. That's why they in jail.
Let us.
Yeah. The police killed Vaughn. The police start this war. The police start everything. They in the middle of everything. But niggas want clout, so they going around and taking bodies that they didn't even do. Stop playing on me. Ain't nobody killed Vaughn. Vaughn ain't in the streets. Vaughn died of racism because of the war that's going on, because of the spiritual conflict. Stop playing on me. The demons killed Vaughn.
Why do you say he died of spiritual conflict?
We're in a spiritual war, gang. Nothing is real. Everything is illusion. We kind of like stuck on Earth, but it ain't really Earth, right? I really want to talk about it, but I just tell you this. We live in a dream. In reality that you think you know, you don't. You don't even know who God is. The church told you about the Holy Trinity, but they didn't tell you who all three was to give you all the power. So I don't really want to talk about that because everybody confused. They gonna think I'm Malcolm X, but I don't come with no white man. I don't come with no race. I'm above race. I'm above gay, above straight. I'm pure, gang. I balance. And when you don't balance, you end up like Dirk. You end up in jail. You end up poor. Because money is illusion. The world's illusion. And you can't kill what's already dead.
You know, I be having me unalived, overly unalived, man. Like, dude is the truth, man. I think he better than Charleston White. I mean, I think he's funnier than Charleston White. That's a conversation to have. I want y'all to let me know that down in the comment section. Who y'all think funnier? Anyway, get back to it. I originally didn't like 607 Aunt because I thought that he was biased. I thought coming in he was dissing 63rd, the GD side, FBG Duck. He was dissing hard, but unfortunately that's how everybody come in. That is the winning side. Well, it was the winning side for the longest. Some people think it still is. That was who had the most money, who was up. It was a trend to take their side. It was easier to take their side because if you do, you have less against you, meaning the fans, the comment section, it's less people it's more people that's going to agree with you. But if you take Duck's side and the GD side, which everybody like to drop. Yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of people, you know, GDK, you with the dirty broke people and just the nonsense. But I ended up finding out that Ankh was not, you know, on that BS. He ain't against nobody in specifically. He's unbiased. He's a comedian that's looking to get on anybody's ass about anything and say just about anything to, you know, get some attention. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna take you to the comment section, man, because we gotta find out what the world thinks about what we just watched. So we got at Dose Trill 17. Go to Tim House is crazy work. LOL. Facts. Crazy work, man. Dang, he kept it real simple on some get back stuff, right? You know, why everybody think, oh, you got to do this to get back for Vine. You got to do that to get back for Vine. You know, he said, just go to Tim House, man. Just stop the BS. Just go to that man's house, man. Man, I need to stop. All right, moving on. They say slap on the police is wild. Facts. But he is so close to the truth every time, ain't he? You know, it would be the only thing. I ain't gonna say that makes sense because it don't. You feel me? But theoretically, you know, if it was true in the paperwork, if it was confirmed that ammo from the blick of 12 is the one that took out King Vine, then theoretically revenge would be getting on 12. But in reality, and being our skin color, that's the last thing you want to do if you got kids and family that love you, because, you know, you're going to be gone for a long time. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to that advice. But theoretically, if you're looking at what Ankh says to make sense, yeah, you have to agree. You know, with dang near everything he said in there. No cap. But hey, man, that's the last of what I got for y'all, man. I done gave y'all everything I could possibly give y'all out of my research, man. I did a lot and I gave it all to you. Now, all I can say is, you know, can I get the like button at least? Can I get you to share it? Please. You know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You said you give me your word that if I earned it, I can get it at the end. I'm reminding you, like I said I would do, because I'm your friend. This is the end. The notification bell to keep you notified on everything I got coming again. This is Soda TV, and that's the end.